Hey everyone, my name is Rajan Thapa. I have been teaching PT and IELTS for over 10 years and I have helped thousands of students to get targeted scores. Today I'm going through all types of questions that appear in your listening module. I will show you how you are going to work with each and every type of question, and I will also talk about essential information, but I'm not going to talk about deep strategies in this video. So let's start with the first one, summarize spoken text. We'll look at summarize spoken text, one of the most important tasks in PT listening. You will get one question, you will hear an audio clip. It could be a lecture, a talk, an interview, or a conversation. The audio lasts 60 to 90 seconds. Your job is to take notes while listening and then write a summary of 50 to 70 words. You have a total of 10 minutes for this task. That includes the audio time. So after the audio finishes, you have about 8.5 minutes to write your summary. There is no rollover time. Once the 10 minutes are over, the test moves on. This task contributes to both your listening score and your writing score, so doing well here helps you in two sections at once. Summarize spoken text is marked on 5 different parameters: content, form, grammar, spelling, and vocabulary. Now let me share an effective note-taking strategy. Before the audio starts, make sure your pen and notepad or paper are ready. You have 10 minutes total. During the audio, take notes. After the audio, you will have about 5 minutes to look at your notes and write the summary. Then keep 2 minutes for proofreading. While listening, aim to write down 6 to 7 keywords or group of words. Focus on important names, dates, places, things, technical terms, and quotes. Use abbreviations and short forms whenever possible. For example, write GOVT for government or EDU for education. If you miss something, keep going. Do not try to recall it. Just move to the next point. Also ignore spelling mistakes and small words like articles while taking notes. You can fix those when you type. Try to organize your notes while you write. Group related ideas together. This will make it easier when you type your answer. I will show you a clip of how I take notes. Watch carefully.
Today, I want to address a pressing geographical issue: the impact of climate change on rising sea levels. This phenomenon, a direct consequence of global warming, presents a significant threat to coastal regions worldwide. The melting of polar ice caps is a primary factor contributing to this rise. As global temperatures increase, ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica are melting at an alarming rate, adding vast amounts of water to the oceans. For example, studies have shown that Greenland's ice loss has accelerated, contributing to about 1/3 of the global sea level rise. The ramifications of this are profound. Rising sea levels lead to more frequent and severe coastal flooding, threatening habitats, infrastructure, and millions of people living in low-lying areas. Cities like Miami and Jakarta are already experiencing these effects, forcing them to adopt drastic measures. Understanding and mitigating the effects of sea level rise is crucial. It requires global cooperation and action, from reducing greenhouse gas emissions to implementing effective coastal management strategies. This challenge is not just environmental but also socioeconomic, demanding immediate attention and action.
I have written these notes while listening to the recording. You can see that I have used short forms, and this much information is really adequate to write a response for your answer. After taking notes, you have to write your answer. This template gives you the structure. You can use any other structure or template as well. You can also use words like however, additionally, moreover, or in contrast to show relationships between ideas, but keep it simple. I will now show you the finalized answer on the screen, which is worth 12 points out of 12 in EPUNI. That was summarized spoken text. Next up, fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. And you can begin with the easier ones first. We can look here. Okay, let's read the instructions first. You will hear a recording. Type the missing words in each blank. This is the transcript of the recording. You can see that some words are missing here, and you can see boxes. What you have to do is you have to listen the recording and fill these boxes. So let's do it, and you'll know how you are going to work with this question.
The driving school is always busy during the summer as many students sign up for lessons. They want to get their licenses before school starts. The instructor is responsible for teaching them how to drive safely. They are requiring each student to demonstrate their ability to handle the car properly. This ensures everyone is ready for the road. Passing the test is a big achievement for new drivers.
All right, so I filled up the blanks here. I'm submitting my answers. And you can see that I got all of them. So in your exam, you're not going to write your answers or type your answers directly here. You're going to make notes. You will be provided pen and paper, and you can make notes in your copy. And later, when the recording ends, you can come back here and you can type your answers. Next one, highlight incorrect words. Let's work with highlight incorrect words. Let's read the instructions first. Highlight incorrect words. You will hear a recording. Below is a transcription of the recording. Some words in the transcription differ from what the speaker said. Please click on the words that are different. You are going to listen the recording of this transcript, but few words will be pronounced differently. You simply need to click those words. All right, so let's listen the recording and let's figure out which ones are incorrectly pronounced or differently pronounced.
French, on the other hand, is a highly centralised language, with the Parisian accent setting the standard for the world. If other French-speaking political entities had risen to rival France, the situation might be different. If, for instance, Quebec had remained a separate country, or if Haiti had been a larger country, then perhaps other French dialects might have become more accepted.
Okay, now let me submit the answer. And I got all of them. That's how you're going to practice highlight incorrect words. I have to tell you one thing about this type of question. You have a negative marking here. Now we are going to work with the very important one, right from dictation. Now let's work with another type of question, right from dictation. You will hear a sentence. Please type the sentence in the box below exactly as you hear it. Write as much of the sentence as you can. You will hear the sentence only once. You are going to listen a sentence and you have to write the sentence as it has been exactly said or spoken. What you have to do here is you definitely need to write your answers in the copy first. And when you write, do not write the entire words. Just write the initial letters of the word so that can elaborate those words in your answer later. Do not do that because you will not be able to do that. Just write the initial letter or whatever is helpful and keep that sentence repeating in your mind so that you can recall that. Okay, let's do it.
The university auditorium is around the corner.
Okay, I wrote my answers in my copy, so I'm writing here. I didn't write them completely, but I just wrote few letters of each word. So I'm typing these words here. The university auditorium is around the corner, right? And you can write the full stop here. And you can see that I got 7 out of 7. Here is an interesting thing about right from dictation. If you're not sure about the spelling, you can write 2 spellings as well. Or if you're not sure about the words, you can write 2 words as well. For example, if I write, instead of writing the exact correct answer, if I write, let me write the correct answer first. The university auditorium is around the corner. If I'm not sure if it was the university or a university, I can write "a" as well. And if I'm not sure about the spelling of auditorium, so let's say I can go with auditorium. This is the incorrect spelling, I know that, but still I'm showing you. If you're confused between these two, you can write in both of them. That will be fine. Is around the corner. If you're not sure if it was around or at, you can write both as well. So even if you write like this and you submit your answer, you will get 7 out of 7. Okay, and there is no negative marking for this question. You can write extra words as well.
Next task, multiple choice, multiple answer.
Let's read the instructions as usual. Listen to the recording and answer the question by selecting all the correct responses. You will need to select more than one response. You're going to listen a recording. It lasts for 51 seconds. You can see here, and you have to choose at least 2 options here. All right. Before you listen the recording, it's a good idea to look at the question first. You don't have to worry about reading all the options, and I strongly suggest you to not read the options before you listen the recording, but you definitely need to read the question first. Why are married people more likely to gain weight? So the question is asking you the reason behind people gaining weight after their marriage. Okay, now let's listen the recording, and you can make notes here as well. So you can grab pen and paper and you can make notes. It's a good idea to make notes. All right, now let's listen the recording.
Both men and women gained weight, but when it came to race, black women had the most rapid weight gain, followed by white women and then black and white men. The weight gain was just a few pounds, but even a slightly higher BMI is associated with weight-related health issues. Several reasons exist for the weight discrepancy between the single and married people. For example, married men and women may be less concerned about their body weight because they're no longer actively seeking a mate. Plus, married people have a regular dining partner, possibly leading to more meals. On the single side, those who are widowed or have gone through a divorce may lose weight due to stress. So while this news may not be good for the smug marrieds, it may be welcomed by Bridget Jones. The single and very weight-conscious Jones may actually have had the easier path to staying thin than her married friends.
Okay, I have made some notes here. On the basis of the notes, A and C look like the correct answers. Let's submit the answers. Yes, I got both of them correct. If you're not sure, do not choose both of them. You can simply choose one because this has negative marking.
Now let's work with highlight correct summary.
Let's read the instruction first. You will hear a recording. Click on the paragraph that best relates to the recording. You have to make notes here as well. And how are you going to choose an answer? You are going to choose the answer that includes all the main points discussed in the recording, and you can do that by considering your notes, because if you don't write notes, you'll be confused. And one technique that really helps you to get well in multiple choice question is the process of elimination. Do not only try to get the correct answer, try to eliminate the incorrect answers as well. And incorrect answers include false information. That's one clue for you. Incorrect answer also include information that is not discussed in the recording at all. All right, so process of elimination is quite helpful. So let's listen to the recording and let's try to find the correct answer here.
I actually want to caution against using the word romance. To me, romance can signify a lot of passion, chaos, instability, like we see in the movies. But this isn't always healthy. Romance can be part of a relationship, but we should make sure that it's not the definitive part. To me, the 3 great characteristics of a relationship are, first, healthy communication. Are you able to express your needs, desires, and issues without a great deal of conflict? And is the other person open to hearing it? Number 2 is equality. Do you feel like an equal to your partner? Are you both putting in equal effort? And finally, number 3 is trust. Do you feel your partner's loyal? Are you loyal to your partner? Do you ultimately have a safe relationship?
Okay, I'm not going to explain you why this is right and why this is wrong. You can eliminate the answers by yourselves. You can pause the video, you can listen to the recording again, and you can just eliminate the incorrect answers. But for me, A seems the correct answer for me, because I just noticed that it says it's not the definitive part, and it talks about communication, equality, and trust. That was the main focus of the recording, or of this small talk. That's why I'm choosing A here. All right, so you can choose yours. Let's submit the answer. And yes, A is the correct answer here. You don't have negative marking here. That's why do not skip or leave this question. Just choose even if you're not sure.
Back again, now multiple choice single answer.
Listen to the recording and answer the single choice question by selecting the correct response. Only one response is correct. We are going to read the question first. The woman believes that e-commerce is going to continue to grow because you have to find the reason behind the growth of e-commerce that the woman believes. Okay, so let's listen to the recording and let's find the answer.
Coronavirus pandemic hit the US. Over 40 million of Americans have filed unemployment claims. But some benefited from the crisis. Already in mid-March, the largest online retailer, Amazon, announced its plans to hire an additional 100,000 people. A lot of other places are looking for delivery drivers, and grocery stores are in constant need of employees.
We have gone to a mode where we're all shopping online, we're buying online, and I think that's probably going to continue. I don't think people are going to be anxious to get out to the stores anytime soon, and they've learned the convenience of it. So I think e-commerce is really going to continue to grow, and that means more jobs in that industry.
C is very obvious and it is the correct answer.
Now let's work with the last one, select missing word.
Let's read the instructions first. You will hear a recording about fiction writing. At the end of the recording, the last word or group of words has been replaced by a beep. Select the correct option to complete the recording. So what you have to do is you have to listen from here to up to here, around here, right? So it talks about a topic. It talks about calm and pressure. You can make notes here, but just pay attention. You have to understand in what context is the speaker talking here. And what you have to do is you have to remember the last sentence. It is like fill in the blanks in the form of an audio. All right, so let's do it and you'll know how it's done.
That some are more susceptible than others, especially those who are self-conscious, anxious, and afraid of being judged negatively by others. So how can we avoid choking when it really counts? First, it helps to practice under stressful conditions. In a study on expert dart players, researchers found that those who hadn't practiced under stress performed worse when anxious, compared to those who had become accustomed to pressure. Secondly, many performers extol the virtues of a pre-performance routine, whether it's taking a few deep breaths, repeating a cue word, or doing a rhythmic sequence of movements. Studies on golfing, bowling, and water polo find that short rituals can lead to more consistent and accurate performance under.
Okay, what word fits here? Isn't it pressure? You can go back or you can go back to the video and you can listen this part. You have to remember the last sentence, when it begins and what has been shared in the last sentence. That's the most important thing here. If you remember that, it will be easy for you to choose the answer. And here, yes, pressure is the correct answer.
So that's all for the listening tasks. Summarize spoken text, fill in the blanks, multiple choice both types, highlight correct summary, select missing word, and highlight incorrect words. Here is my honest suggestion. Don't jump into advanced strategies. First, just watch how each task works. Try a few one on your own. Make mistakes. Get comfortable. Once you know how to work with each and every type of question, then you can focus on time management, note-taking, and tactics. But first, get familiar. I will see you in next video. Keep practicing and subscribe if you haven't already.